This time of the year, farmers in San Pedro Columbia should be gearing up for corn harvest. But instead of reaping what they've sown, they're fighting off an unexpected enemy, rats. Lots of them. And right now the rodents are winning. Local farmer Silvano Tesecum says he's had to replant his corn not once but twice in just a few weeks. Why? Because the first batch of seeds and even the young corn shoots were wiped out by a wave of hungry rodents. It's a frustrating and costly setback for subsistence farmers who are already stretched thin. And with every passing day, the battle between man and rodent is threatening not just this season's harvest, but their very livelihood.
The rat is really damaging us, man, with this situation we're going through, planting 2 times now. And it's not only me, and we have a lot of farmers there affect them too, no? And I'm gonna put a next try, and we cannot give up now.
For these small-scale farmers, giving up is not an option. Most of them work tiny plots of land, and every ear of corn counts, not just for their families, but for the animals they raise and the little extra they earn at the market.
They eat anything, man. They start to eat a lot of things, like they eating grass too, not early corn. They eating some rotten stick, and look like they want to eat us too, man.
These pests are masters of hide and seek, burrowing into the rich soil during the day and emerging under the cover of darkness to feast on freshly planted corn. Tesecum says he's seen rodents before but never like this. Residents believe the surge in rodent activity may be linked to the 2024 forest fires, which they say disrupted the local ecosystem.
Subsistence farmers, small-scale farmers that are planting corn in this area here it's not huge areas that we're planting, so the land is huge. It is very cultural, and it's very important to the practice here in southern Belize because we are self-reliant. So there are a lot of imbalances in the ecosystems. So things like the terras, the gray foxes, the ocelot, the jaguarundi, the hawks, they have very little area for them to come back. So it will take a gradual process for the elimination of the rats.
In the rugged hills of Toledo, farming isn't just a job, it's a test of endurance. To reach one of these remote corn plots in San Pedro Columbia, we had to drive up a steep, winding path for nearly 20 minutes, then hike another 250 feet on foot, and that's just to get to the field. These small farms are carved into the jungle, tucked between hills to shield them from harsh weather. All along the roadside, you'll find farms under siege, and with corn being a seasonal crop, timing is everything.
It is bigger than just rats. It is putting the stake of lives, of Maya lives, for example, at stake because we won't have enough corn to keep on planting. And it's also seasonal. The corn does need sufficient water when you're planting, so that's why when the farmers they plant at this time, we anticipate the rains. At this point, most farmers should have already planted. Some farmers they start planting in May. We're already in July. Come August is when we have things like corn lab, dokono, and that's a time when people enjoy that. So those are some of the things that are now changing because we won't have the corn on time for the families to enjoy.
The stakes are high. They've only got a limited stash of quality seeds left from the last harvest, and the rats are tearing through them. If those seeds run out, the season's loss could snowball into next year. And it's not just about planting. These farmers still follow the tradition of reciprocal labor, trading time instead of money. But there's a catch. After planting, the host has to feed the whole crew. That cultural feast is another cost they're struggling to cover.
After the planting, there's a rewards for the workers. When we have a feast, of course the main food is the caldo chicken, local chicken caldo, and that is what we give to the workers. The feast is an expense. I mean, local chickens are not so cheap. They're expensive not only to buy, but to raise a chicken is expensive. I mean, corn is what we're short of corns. And this is the second feast that we are doing. It means a second expense. The first expense just gone down the drain. So this second expense, we hope that we get this other corn.
So what's the fix? Some farmers tried bringing in cats, but they went wild. Others are burning the land to flush out the rodents. But that's risky and can spark bigger fires. With time running out to plant, many are taking that gamble anyway. But Tessicum says even that isn't working. The rodents keep coming. Now the community is calling on the government to step in before the damage gets any worse.
Rodents in agriculture are common. Every year they're common. Rodents in standover cane are common. You didn't harvest your cane, forget it. The rodents will have it, right? So that you have rodent on a farm is not strange or surprising to anybody. Now, if it is an invasion of rodents, I don't know. I mean, what do you call an invasion? You have 10 rats in a field eating a pumpkin. Is that an invasion? No. But my technicians will have to go out and make an assessment and report back to us. But I've never heard of rodents eating out the entire field. Right? You will have it. And it's like everything. If you have a bushy farm, if you have your corn under overgrown weeds, the rodent will find a suitable place to live, so he will live there, right? If you have a cane field that's bushy and weedy, then the rodents will live there.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.